Hello and welcome to the Universe of 8 to 2N. This is my North Western Railway Fleet character introduction series. In this episode, we're going to look at North Western Railway's number 40, Rick. Rick is a Rolls-Royce 060 Sentinel diesel hydraulic shunter who was built at Shrewsbury in 1968. For the first part of his working life, Rick worked under the London Transport Company as a yard shunter at Lillbridge Depot on the London Underground's network, along with his two brothers, Gray and Shaw. Rick and his brothers were a unique sighting as they had all been fitted with a tender which was permanently coupled to them in order to operate on the Underground network due to their short wheelbases which screwed up the signalling systems. Being owned by London Transport, Rick didn't really see that many steam locos aside from the panniers owned by London Transport at the time. Unlike his brothers, Rick was fascinated by steam locomotives and would often be seen speaking to the panniers of the London Transport Company. In 1972, Rick began having mechanical issues in the form of his fly cranks developing a crack in them, which resulted in him being withdrawn for repairs. However, things would not go as smoothly as it should have done. It's unclear as to how this happened, but instead of Rick being shunted into the repair shed, he was shunted onto the out-of-use line and as such taken away to Crewe on the scrap train. Upon arrival at Crewe, the young shunter would enter a state of panic at the thought of being scrapped. Rick was shunted onto a scrap line where his state of panic increased further when he saw a few diesel shunters also on the same scrap line as him. Terrified, the Sentinel remained there until 1974. Over on the island of Sodor, Tidmouth Station was becoming overcrowded with holiday traffic and normal service trains. As such, some of the North Western Railway service trains were beginning at Knapford instead of Tidmouth. However, the Fat Controller had no available engine to be a permanent station pilot, and as such, the Fat Controller began searching for a dedicated station pilot. This time, his search would be rather short. Thanks to his contacts at the works of Crewe, the Fat Controller learned of a few diesel shunters sitting on the scrap lines at the works. With haste, the Fat Controller set off for the works. When he arrived at Crewe, he found Rick trembling at the end of the yard. Cautiously, the Fat Controller approached the young diesel shunter and asked him why such a young engine like him was on the scrap lines. Rick broke down in front of the Fat Controller and practically begged the stout gentleman not to cut him up, as he was still in good mechanical condition and only needed the repairs done to his fly cranks. To Rick's surprise, he learned that the Fat Controller wanted to in fact save the young diesel and take him to Sodor as a Knapford station pilot. Rick was relieved by this offer and accepted immediately. So, about a week later, Jeff arrived to collect Rick and bring him to Sodor where he would be repaired at Crowden's Gate and set to work as a new station pilot for Knapford, becoming the North Western Railway's 40th locomotive in February of 1974. I hope you liked my take on Rick, and I shall see you in the next video. Feel free to voice your opinions in the comments below, and please like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. See you next time.